As you said, on the south side of campus at University Parkway and Sand Hill Road, just next to this Keller building. This looks like this is the staging area for all the law enforcement. SWAT team members have been showing up, multiple agencies from across the area. Provo, Orem, Santaquin, some north as well. There's also fire departments here. This whole area, however, traffic seems to be moving okay. It's kind of a jam, has its moments as people are driving by and looking to see what's going on. But so far all I've seen is there's just a massive police presence that seems to be centered on right here. Not at my current location, no, but as you can see here, it looks like some students or staff at the doors of the Keller building. What just pulled up, there is a big tactical unit vehicle that just pulled up right there, but I haven't had a chance to actually talk to anyone that might have been on campus yet.
Go eat. Yeah. Go. Yep. Just walk out. Yeah.
Copy that, Kurt. Stand by. Kurt, is that any better?
Karen, we got a couple of people who we got a couple of people willing to talk to.
I was at it and I walked out.
Mike, check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got a couple people here. Yeah, you can talk to me.
Where is the biggest non-spot is? Biggest. Did you try to get over?
Hey, I am here and
I'm gonna try. Good to see you, man. I'm coming out right.
hey, we got a couple of people.
if I may, if my mic is hot. Okay, is my mic up?
No, no one's talking. That's SWAT.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Still standing by, thank you. That's right, yeah, you can see behind me, obviously the entrance to Utah Valley University, still a large, very large police presence. A few people who were there and saw what happened. What did you see?
The entrance has been taped off. There's several police cars. Moments ago, I saw people being escorted under that tape into the emergency room. But other than that, this scene is pretty much very tight with security, as we know that Charlie is being treated in that area. I've reached out to media relations in the hospital to get more information as to what's happening. We don't have that yet, but throughout my time here, I've also seen people arriving almost knowing something was happening, whether they knew who Charlie was or had heard of him. Even on the road, some people commenting, supporting and hoping well for Charlie. This is still a very active scene. Charlie is a very popular political figure and certainly is catching the attention of a lot of people as they are concerned for his well-being. Right now, this is all we know, that he is in critical condition, and as soon as we get more information, I will bring that to you. Mary, Ron, back to you in the studio. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Sorry you all had to go through this. Anyway. I know.
experience with elderly people with dementia, they come across as crazy.
Now you're not talking about George Sim. George Sim, you heard him say, I would do it again.
A person told me, shared pictures with me, drove me and dropped me off here at Bucked Up. Shared pictures with me of the
I wonder because I followed him right when he was arrested, right? And no, he was very quiet.
Well, he said that there were some other people that were like trying to instigate conversation with him as he was being taken down.
Nobody could. And then police were around him. They were like,
I thought Heidi had video of
you got a video.
You had video of people talking to George. I just got it. Someone sent me a video of him talking and talking and asking. I don't know. I haven't been on the video all the whole 10 years. Walking away and left him. He was home. Those bad guys, they're so sick.
I'm trying to get these two people, the lady in the Barclays shirt, trying to get her and him since I'm guessing they were at it.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to.
This guy,
Okay.
he was close enough, he said.
Okay. I'll see if I can grab the two of them if you're talking to him. But are those yours?
Yeah, those are mine.
Okay.
I should probably actually put them.
I'm with Channel 2. Can I talk to you on camera for a moment? You want to step into my office? Were you at the event?
Yeah, I was at the event.
How close were you to the stage, would you say?
I was probably
I'll borrow
maybe 4 or 5 tiers up. One,
Row
maybe
back.
3. I was probably to his right, about maybe 2:30, 12 o'clock, 2:30, maybe about 2:45.
Okay.
If I'd been 2:45.
Hold on to that for me. Maybe take a good step to your left just to get you in the sun. Come over here a little bit more. There you go. You can look right at me. Try to ignore this camera. Let me make sure I've got your mic turned up. That would help, wouldn't it? First question is your name, please.
Darren Brunson.
Spell your name for me, Darren.
Darren, D-E-R-O-N, Brunson, B-R-U-N-S-O-N.
And you were there?
Yeah, I was there. I was watching him. I was probably about, if you look at the stage and you look at about maybe 3 o'clock from his position, about 3 o'clock, 2:30, that's where I was. I was right at him. And I was looking at him when I heard it like it was a direct shot to the heart. It looked like right where his heart is, it started going red. He fell back and went to his side. And then I looked down at the crowd, and it looked like the crowd, they all went to their knees really fast. I kind of didn't go to my knees as fast as everybody because I wanted to see if anyone who was close to the shooter would be trampling all over that person. And I saw nothing like that at all. It just, everyone had dropped down, and for a few moments, they were just not moving. And people started getting up and moving, and the crowd started pushing me. And they pushed me so that I was basically backstage. And then when I was kind of backstage, I was kind of there, and I turned and looked, and they were arresting a guy by the name of George Sim, who I know, I've met him before.
How do you know him?
I just know him through, I've seen him at different events. He was always a person who would go to Trump rallies and all kinds of political events. He was always there. And he would always make his way. He was always there for people that were running for different positions in government, whatever. So he's just kind of I think he's kind of popular. He was just kind of, but he's not altogether. He was being arrested very calm. They arrested him, they took him.
And you're confident it was him?
No, I'm confident of who they arrested. They arrested a guy by the name of George Sim.
Well, I'm not saying he was the shooter. You're confident that's who they were arresting was this George?
Yeah, who they arrested was George Sim. Oh, yeah, because I know him. I saw him.
But you're not saying he's the shooter?
No, I'm not
Just
saying
I want to
he's
make
the
sure we're
shooter.
clear so we don't want to, falsely accuse someone of this.
Right.
So,
in my opinion, I don't think George Sim was the shooter.
Okay.
This would have had to been a direct shot to the heart. It had to been by somebody who can withstand the pressures of a crowd, not be nervous, and just one shot right directly to the heart, and then get away with it. This guy's broke, and He lives on
Okay.
Social Security, probably on some medication, too crazy. I don't know if he even knows how to use a gun or even
Okay.
get his hands
Okay.
on a gun.
Well,
Now,
well,
why
let's
why isn't that important to you? Why
Well,
isn't
because-
that information important to you?
because I don't want us I don't want us to falsely accuse him and like get his name out there as he's possibly the shooter. If he's not, I don't want to.
I'm
He
saying
could be a
he's not.
suspect.
Yeah, I'm saying he's not. I'm
Okay.
not giving you my opinion. You should
Okay.
want to know. If you're a journalist, an investigative journalist, you would say, yeah, that's very interesting.
It is.
Direct shot to the heart. They all fall down. They pick a guy that's kind of crazy. It has nothing like that. It has to be, when you're in a crowd, you got to be calm, cool, collective. And if it's a handgun, you're going to aim it right directly and get off that one shot. Then nobody's going to tramp around you. Where exactly was this shooter is what I'd like to know.
That's what we're trying to find
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
We've got other
yeah.
crews around. It's not just me. We've got a bunch of other crews that's looking into that. I just, like I said, I just don't want to falsely accuse him. They arrest him because they think he's a suspect. Okay, sure, a person of interest. Let me put it that way. Okay. Going back to your experience, once you said you got pushed almost backstage, correct?
Yeah, the crowd was going backstage, so I got up and went with the
You
crowd.
kinda went with the
down
flow.
Backstage, and I just kind of hung around backstage as the crowd went ahead of me. And I was curious, what's going on? And then that's when I turned to look, and I saw George Zimmerman, and I actually saw them put the cuffs on him. Very
Okay.
calm, very collected, and they just scooted him down. And as he was scooting him down, I don't know what happened, but his pants fell down, so he's in his underwear.
Okay. Have you been to Charlie?
I almost wanted to say, George, did you do it? Did you do it? But I was that close, I could have yelled at him, but I didn't.
Have you gone to events like this in the past?
No, I haven't.
What brought you out here today? Why did you want to hear him?
I'm kind of a fan of Charlie Kirk, and some friends invited me to come, and I thought, yeah, I'd come. I've watched some of his videos, and I like a lot of the things that he's talked about, what he's been.
I'm guessing from the hat that you voted for the current president.
Yeah, and they were throwing out these hats, and I happened to be someone in the crowd that got one.
Were you hoping to get a question or
No,
talk to Charlie
no,
Kirk at all?
I just wanted to be there and observe and see what was happening.
How many people would you say were there at the
Gosh,
event?
I don't know. I would say maybe 3,000 or 4,000 people that are around that ball, at least 1,000. But an interesting thing is he was shot right during a question about guns, and
what
that
I
was
heard.
the second person asking a question.
Okay.
On the subject of guns, most importantly was talking about these transvestites that have guns, and should they be allowed to have a gun? And then boom, he was shot in the heart. And that's just too suspect for me.
It's a big coincidence, for lack of a better term. Were you guys escorted out by police? Did they just tell you
I
to
think
disperse?
there weren't enough people there. There were so many people there weren't enough police presence to just tell you. Everyone was just kind of following the crowd as we followed the crowd. And then when I watched George Zinn get arrested and followed him to the car, I think all the police were busy there. There wasn't enough police presence to basically push anybody off.
So it was just,
Yeah.
you got out on your own,
Yeah, I got out
eventually
on my
ended
own,
up
yeah,
here.
yeah.
You said you were kind of like in the crowd getting jostled. You okay? You heard it all?
Yeah.
You're fine?
It's just the crowd was moving and you go with the crowd. Everyone's saying, go, you got to go this way. So
Sure.
You just follow
So
the crowd, that's what you do.
when you look back on this and think, at the beginning of the day, this is going to be a great Charlie Kirk
Oh yeah,
rally.
It's very exciting to see Charlie Kirk there, and the crowd loved him. They were cheering for him. He came out really happy, throwing out these caps, into the audience. And like I said, I got one, and then he started just first question came up, and they went through that, and then the second question came up about guns, and boom, he was shot. And my first reaction was, is this staged? I thought it was like staged. I couldn't believe that it was really happening as it was happening. I thought it was staged.
What do you think about it now? You look across this massive police presence, traffic's kind of a snarled.
Well,
What are your thoughts now about this?
In my opinion, I think it's just too much police presence. They blow up something. I think it doesn't take a lot to just figure out what's happening, to get in there and find out everybody that was there. They should put information to say, hey, does anybody have any information? Find out, anything that's
sure they
going
are.
on. They should do that. And that's what they should be on that right now. They
sure
have
they
a
are.
list of almost everybody that you had to get you could get online to get a ticket. So a lot of students like myself, I thought you had to have a ticket to get in.
I heard you could just walk right in, right?
Yeah, you can just walk right in,
Did
but
you-
I thought you had to have a ticket.
did
So
you
I
sign
signed
up
for a
anywhere?
ticket, yeah.
Okay.
So there's a place to sign up for students can sign up for tickets to go right in.
Okay.
So I think they really need to put a lot of information on that. That should be all over that. They need to find out who was there 2 days, Tuesdays before, 3 days, and find out all the places you could
Sure.
see where that you could get a direct shot like that.
Okay. George, I appreciate your time. Glad you're okay.
My name is Darren.
Darren, I'm sorry, George is
the
the other
classic.
guy. You kept saying George, so that's the name that's popped into my head. Well, I appreciate your time.
Well, good luck. Huh?
Thank you. Yeah, good luck to you guys too. Stay safe. Can I ask you a question or two as well? You okay with that?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Reach, I got to clip a microphone on you. Once you hold on to that, you can stay right there. Take a small step to your left. There you go. You can look at me. Try to ignore this camera in your face. What's your name?
Angie Martin,
Spell your first name for me, Angie.
A-N-G-I-E,
Okay. And standard spelling on Martin, just to be safe.
M-A-R-T-I-N.
I'm guessing you were at the event as well.
Yes.
Where were you at in
Well,
relation to the stage?
I was about ready to go in at the front doors when I heard the gunshot. So I tucked away under because I'm a retired police officer.
Okay.
So I was worried about the people being trampled, and then the students started rushing out. And that's when I grabbed two students. One was about ready to pass out. I took her. One of the guys carried him. We carried him and went through the tunnel. And then I recognized the guy that was arrested as George Zim. I went with Charlie Kirk's group on Turning Point USA last year. He rode in the front seat above, right ahead of me. So I recognized him as the one they arrested. I don't know if he's the shooter, but that is the one they arrested.
So you weren't actually in the event yet. You said you were at the doors
Right
or at the
doors
gate.
when I heard the gunshot, and then I tucked around the corner, and then that's when I saw the crowd racing out, and that's when I tried
Okay.
to rescue the two students that.
Could you tell where the gunshot came from?
Yeah, I just looked up. It sounded like it was above, but with gunshots it could echo.
Sure.
So I just remember looking up and going, "That sounds like a gunshot. That's
Yeah.
a gunshot." And then I saw all the kids running out, and then that's when I took cover, and then I saw the two students.
You said you're a former police officer?
Yes.
Who were you with?
Unified Police,
For how long?
20 years.
Were you in the field? What was your role there?
Yeah, I was 4.5 years in the jail, 4.5 years in court, 10 years on the road.
Wow.
I was a canine officer, a detective, and a school resource officer. I also taught active shooter.
So you've done quite a bit. That's what you're telling me. Any of that, I would imagine, would that kick in today for you?
Yeah, I took cover, and then my first response is to protect the kids, the students, because I was worried about them being trampled.
Sure.
And so when the one girl was almost about to pass out, and I thought she was going to get trampled, so I grabbed her, and then I grabbed the other one and put her into a place area underneath the tunnel over here to protect her from any more gunshots.
What's your thoughts on this?
I know George from several events I've been to. He always struck me as a little bit odd. I know he's been banned from church property and the Herberts and Governor Cox. But always different guy. I'm not saying he's a shooter, but I recognized him as being the guy that was arrested. So yeah.
So besides George, though, if George is not the shooter, your thoughts on it just in general? If just you're coming to this event to hear and something like this happens, and
Well, based on my experience with shooters and all the way I was described where it hit his heart and then blasted out this way, it would seem that it would have been shot from below if it shot out this way and actually heard the shot. So it would be pretty hard to get a direct shot to the heart. You'd have to be a pretty good marksman to do that from that distance. So I'm not sure if George was that qualified or not, but it just seems like that was a pretty well
yeah.
shot. So.
I've been listening to our station. We've been on air with this since it happened. They're saying he's at the hospital in critical condition right now. That's the last that I've heard from this. When you look across and you see this massive police presence from units from all over, so many SWAT units showing up, is this normal for something like this, especially on a college campus?
Yeah, they're going to tape it all off. It's a huge crime scene. That's why when I wanted to preserve evidence. And so I immediately called the police. I said I have 2 witnesses. I tucked them into my car that were actually on the 4th row back. That I literally saw, because as soon as I hit him in the neck, the girl I interviewed said it was a direct hit to the heart. And she saw it. So I called the police, let them know, got their names so that we have the witnesses, and kept them here until the police said we could go. And then right now, we've seen that's going to be a long, because you have so many people, 6,000 people here. So it's going to be a big emergency.
Okay. Anything else? I appreciate your time.
No, I just want to say Charlie Kirk's a hero, and
someone would have saw someone pull out a gun, and the person that confessed didn't have anything on him. So they're still looking for the shooter right now, is what a firefighter just told me like about 10 minutes ago. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Sorry I had to go through that.
No, it's all good.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Are you guys able to move up?
We don't know yet.
So they,
So, 2 like literally walked all the way up there. Okay. And then Nathaniel.
Until they tell me otherwise. I mean,
you're actively filming, they're going to take you out.
goes to Marxism, and Marxism goes to communism. And if you go look at Karl Marx, he's the founder of communism, and that's where we're headed.
Anything else? Okay. Thank you for your time. It's okay if you don't want to. I totally understand. Can I grab that microphone back from you, though? Thank you. Let me grab this one. Excuse me, Reed.
So is the last bit you heard, you said
I'm sorry?
critical condition, is that what you heard?
That's what my anchors have been talking about on here. We have a crew at the hospital, at Temp Hospital, and that's, you know, there's a huge police presence there too. And last I heard, they said critical, but I haven't heard any updates since. So.
You know one thing, they're going to have so many videotapes of so many just
In today's day and age with the cell phones,
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense, it's good for them, but they've got all that to go through.
Yeah, and I've talked to girls that are just extremely traumatized. They saw the blood just gushing out.
Jesus.
It's going to be hard
Yeah.
for a lot of these kids.
You were there in the event
Yeah,
as well?
I saw them go down and stuff.
How are you doing? I can
went
tell you're a little
towards
subdued,
Charlie
but
just because I was peaceful through the whole thing. I just felt
Really?
like I just wanted to see if he was okay, so I went after him, you know. And then that's when I was seeing them arrest that other guy. But honestly,
And he
I
doesn't
was so suspect.
yeah.
It really is. You know, weeks ahead of time, this guy's coming. A large crowd, a lot of people. He was very generous and considerate, taking a lot of time with the first person that talked about, had a question, was saying that, you know, about the religion here, the LDS Church.
Yep.
He spent a lot of time being very generous and very kind, you know.
Yeah.
And then the next one up brought up the transgender, you know, with the mass shootings.
Yep.
And it just seems really odd. I don't
For
know,
lack of a
really
better
odd.
term, it's a hell of a coincidence.
I know, and you know what? I tend to kind of. Charlie Kirk is a very influential person to the young
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
especially the young people here.
Yeah.
And I don't think some crazy guy would want to just do that. I just don't buy it yet. I really don't.
I'm
I mean,
hesitant to
maybe-
put it on him too. I've read online a sniper from like a rooftop from one of the adjoining buildings.
It's hard. Like, how do you? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you talk to hunters, you know, you get a good hunting rifle. But
Yeah.
I'm not a hunter, so I don't know. I can't speak to that.
But you know, it's kind of like, how do you manage manage a crowd till we saw the president nearly assassinated.
But
And,
Kirk doesn't have a security detail with him. He may have someone with him, but nowhere near the level of like Secret Service, obviously.
No, but
There was
there's-
probably some police on scene to just help out
Yeah.
with crowd control.
Yeah, but man, the crowd was so pumped up to see him.
Yeah, like
And
you
he
said, he's
came out,
popular
he
with the
was
kids.
throwing all these these hats out. Crowd right in front, we were just absolutely 100% fans.
It was a good atmosphere, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I mean, but it was very positive. It was very positive. And
Yeah.
like I said, I just appreciate Charlie because he's very considerate, kind, factual. You know, I
Yeah.
think people, and I think a lot of young people feel, can feel to that. So it's just, I'm so ticked though. I'm so angry.
About what?
They would kill him. Somebody would kill him for his views.
It kind of
Somebody
unfortunately speaks to the, like I was saying, talking to her about, just the divisiveness of the country, is just how split it is with all the extreme
would-
rhetoric.
Families split. We split with
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah,
We know that was planned too. Okay, that was all planned.
yeah,
We divide and conquer. It's their playbook. That's their plan book. It's in all the communist plan. You divide everybody up, make everybody enemies, and then you go in for a kill. You know.
Does this further divide, or does this
Well,
maybe
I hope
shock
it
people to
doesn't
bring them
start
back?
Vigilantism, but I hope it wakes people up. I hope it jolts them awake because we're a sleeping nation. We're asleep. We're just bleak out. Been asleep for a long time. Our presidents, our administration, they took down 9/11. They did. All you got to do is do a little research on that. That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
You know, when they control all the media,
it's
no
hard.
problem.
Um,
You got
the flip side is
Marxist-
it's
you
hard
got
to do the
Marxist
research
professors.
because you can find stuff on both sides, saying both sides with
It's
quote
coming
unquote
out.
factual information on both sides too.
CIA, these bastards,
Yeah,
they're our enemies. You know, we're not our enemies. We're not enemies with you. They are. You know, our government here in Utah sucks.
there's
They're-
definitely
they-
room for
they
improvement. You're
suck.
right. Yeah,
And they're so dismissive of we the people. They don't care about what we think.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm not used to swearing, but I feel like
It's okay. It's okay.
I seriously
It's
feel
it's
like
natural.
swearing,
If,
like
if
I'm
you want to
so-
swear,
I'm so
it's
scared.
natural. It's been a rather
And it's just been
emotional
so
day.
much traumas being a cop and all of her stuff. Like this is like you try and heal and then you get scabbed, like ripped off again. You see someone like die right in front of you, get their heart blown out.
Yeah.
All these kids.
yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Hope you can. I'm Mike with Channel 2. Pleasure.
Mike, what?
Mike Steven.
You're a cameraman.
Yep. I was out on something else and they
Do
sent.
the right thing. Whatever you do, whatever
I'm showing
pressure-
them.
Whatever pressure they give you, that you edit this, you edit that, you do the right thing.
I'm just showing them this. This is all I can do. I can't really paint this as anything other than massive police presence here. So it's about all I can show them. So, well, I hope you ladies have a better day. I hope it improves. So, take care.
Excuse me. Who do I talk to about I'm an inventor and I have an idea to stop these gun crimes and stuff with Oh, come on in. Come on in. No, I'm not. I'm just asking a question. Come on in. So would you be willing, would you want to film and put it on file or something of my idea? So what it would do basically...
Honestly, not right now because we're still live with all this and
Okay.
all these interviews. So
Yeah, let's
the,
get them in.
the best thing I could recommend is get on our
Since we're here
website
right now.
and email the information up.
Video it up. Video it in.
Yeah.
still taking. It's all over Twitter.
That's on Twitter? But they're gonna censor that. They're
Not
gonna
on X.
No?
There's everything.
Really? Is that your personal video or is that just what you saw online? Oh wow. It was traumatizing, dude. Oh my gosh, it got my adrenaline going. And then as soon as I walked inside the building, because they made me, because I didn't drop.
Yeah, I can.
But then, like, as soon as I walked in, I saw the
Copy that.
It was a turning point, Steve. Never been down. He's gone. I saw that.
One lady that I spoke to, Ron, she was a former police officer herself with extensive history in police, multiple jobs. She tells me she was about to enter through the gates to go in when she heard the gunshot. She couldn't tell where it came from because she said there was a little bit of an echo, but she said it sounded like it came from above. As she was entering in, a lot of the students were pouring out towards her. Two students in particular looked like they were struggling, so she managed to get a hold of them, take them out, get them safe. She called the police to get these two students some help. Another gentleman I spoke with, he said he was, I think he said around 40 feet from the stage to stage left, and he heard the gunshot. He saw Charlie get hit, and immediately the crowd dropped to the ground and then started to disperse from there, and he was pushed towards the back of the stage. And as he was pushed, he noticed that police had one elderly gentleman on the ground on his knees in cuffs. He did mention a name because he recognized the gentleman, but I'm reluctant to share that name now because we're not sure what that gentleman has to do with this, if anything. But then after that, he turned around and left. The police were so focused on getting to Charlie Kirk that they were able to just leave on their own and get out to this position now. And as you can see from here, this police presence just keeps growing. There's more officers that keep showing up, more officers getting dressed in tactical gear. The only traffic that I see leaving campus right now is either foot traffic from students or civilian traffic in their cars. The only traffic going in, again, has just been police officers, SWAT team units coming in, mobile command units, some of the really big tank-like vehicles that a lot of police departments are having these days. And that's about as much as I've seen from out here.
still taking statements?
Sorry,
Are
what?
you still taking statements?
As I was approaching the doors,
No worries. I'll stay here. Possibly.
I was in the question line.
You were in the question line? Would you feel comfortable saying anything else on camera?
There's many things I would like to say on camera because let me tell you where my head's at.
You want to do it on camera, or do you want to get this out first?
Absolutely.
Okay. You can just stay right there. I'll turn the camera to you.
Okay.
I'm going to put that on right there. You can just, I think, I've got to turn that on. Hold on to that. First question's the easiest. What's your name?
Well, my name's Austin Hunsinger.
Spell your name for me, Austin.
Hunsinger.
And
Common spelling for Austin.
okay. And you were in the crowd. You were in the question line, right?
I was in the question line.
So, first things first. I hate to have you go over it again, but what happened?
Well, I can tell you that us standing in the question line, there were a bunch of different people with a bunch of different people
Sure.
who were all talking to each other. I was helping a person of a different viewpoint actually role play to ask Charlie Kirk a question. And we were all laughing, joking, sharing, asking each other, what's your question? What's your question? And all the shooter did today is take the ability for us to come together and share different discussions, and they completely took that away from us. And anybody that has any idea of doing something like this in the future, that is all you're doing is taking away our ability as Americans. Myself as a veteran, I love situations like this where different people can come together with different viewpoints, and all you did was strip that ability for us to talk and have discourse and share ideas with each other. You stripped that away from us and just drove us further apart.
What did you see when you were in line and the shooting happened? Kind of describe that.
We were all watching Charlie. The first question was a question about LDS, which, of course, typical Utah, right?
Of course, sure.
Oddly enough, the very second question that was asked when it had to do with transgender shooters, right? And I'm not saying that the shooter was transgender. I have no idea, and I don't think it's right for anybody to speculate as to whether or not that shooter was transgender. But conveniently enough, the very question that was being answered while Charlie got shot was a question about shooters and transgender. And the fact of the matter is that the shooter has issues. It's not whether or not they're transgender. It's not whether or not they're white, black, yellow, orange, green, like guys, like girls. What matters is the fact that this person has issues, that they feel murder is the way to resolve those issues.
You mentioned that you were a veteran.
Yeah.
When this happened, what did you do?
These are the types of situations where I served in Afghanistan in 2011. Gunshots aren't a foreign thing to me. I had actually had this discussion with other spectators, how what Charlie was put in was a bowl, an absolute kill box, right?
Okay.
It's just a bowl with him on one end, and he does have an evacuation tunnel, which was great. But I had the discussion with them on, hey, heaven forbid something happens today, this is what you need to do. Get up against the wall, go out through the tunnel. It's the safest way out. And when everything happened, that's exactly what I did. I said, everybody up against the wall, go out through the tunnel, everybody get down. And it was just sheer panic. Sheer panic.
Could you tell where the shot even came from?
In a small enclosed space like that, and like I said, what we call a kill box, there's no telling. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that up to investigators
Sure.
and professionals to do that. But in a confined space like that, I don't care what anybody says. It's virtually impossible to tell what direction it's shot.
When you look across the street now and you see this, massive is an understatement. This is just growing police presence. What goes through your mind as you see this?
I think it's a testament to Charlie Kirk's influence, both positive and negatively for those that are posting politically. And I think that Utah cares about what happens in Utah, and I think that people are dedicated to getting to the bottom of what happened.
Yeah.
I was there and I couldn't tell you whether or not somebody was arrested. I looked around to see if police had anybody down. It was such a confined and packed in space. The fact that and I'm not trying to be speculative, but the fact that there are people still intactly here raises questions as to whether or not the shooter actually was caught. Because
Sure.
I didn't see a single person in custody. I didn't see a single person on the ground. I didn't see anybody getting taken down. And in a constitutional carry state, you would think that people around the shooter would respond by trying to eliminate the threat, and I didn't see that happening at all.
It's obvious that this country is incredibly divided, politically, religiously. Something like this happens. Does this further divide the country, or does it kind of maybe start snapping people out of it to, okay, we really got to come together and stop crap like this from happening, no matter what, as you said, what they think, politically, whatnot. Does it divide us or bring us together, do you think?
If it brings us together, it scares me for what? What does it bring us together for? Who does it bring it together, and how do they respond, right? The thing is that Charlie Kirk isn't going to save us. Donald Trump isn't going to save us. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, no politician, no celebrity is going to save this country. The thing that's going to save this country is when we start looking in the mirror and realizing that we as a people are the problem, not anybody that you elect. And if you don't exercise your right to vote or run for office, then these same people who don't have your interests as a priority are gonna, and it's just gonna continue. And the problem is we have about a 2-week memory. About 2 weeks from now, everybody's gonna forget and move on to the next TikTok, the next YouTube, the next Instagram Reels thing. We can't forget, and the only thing that we can do is look to ourselves and our families, as opposed to thinking that some presidential or gubernatorial candidate is gonna save us from ourselves.
Well said. Well said. Anything else you want to say about today, or?
That's all I wanted to say is
Okay.
that nobody's going to save us.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Good luck to you. Thank you for your
Thank
service
you.
too,
Absolutely.
as you mentioned. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Why do we have to be
Jesus.
No.
God, this is.
that building? Huh?
The whole campus is
No. Did the shooting happen?
No.
He's inside or is it?
no. They're going around all the buildings and
But
sweeping them.
Where was they shot?
At his event, I honestly don't know where the event was being held at on campus. I don't know if it was in the stadium or if it was in the central square. Just so you know, my camera is live too.
Oh, sorry.
So
Yeah, I don't want to get somebody.
yeah, that's the bad end of the camera.
Gotcha.
This is the safe end back here.
All right, gotcha.
Channel 2.
This is had a shooting here.
quick. So, who told you he's dead? Who told you?
And this is about to die. Poor choice of words.
Yeah. I know.
I'm kind of marooned.
That's
like
literally what I'm doing is to go get more batteries right now.
batteries, but how do you power the live view without plugging it in? You know?
You can't put a battery on it? Oh man.
Think I could jack into the street light?
Yeah.
hot wire it in?
You're kind of screwed, huh?
Well, when it goes, it goes. But
That's all you can do, man.
good luck.
I'm literally gonna grab like a battery.
Could I grab one from you?
I got a bunch.
One or two? Awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Copy that. No worries. I got you. I'll dial in now. Thanks, Mike. I hear you.
You know how we get back in here?
You don't. Campus is closed.
Our cars are parked there.
You got to go talk to those guys in badges then.
Sounds awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I can't.
No, you're totally good. We're just like, maybe he's out here scouting, so.
I have no authority to tell you where you can and can't go.
So we were at school, and literally our cars are all parked there, and then all this happened, you know? And they told us to evacuate because we were in class, but we didn't want to get our cars out because it was all jam-packed.
I have seen cars leaving, just no one going in.
Okay, that's better than nothing, right?
You can get out. I just don't know how you get in.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Good luck. Yeah, Mike's here. Copy that. Yes, Jimmy. Yes, I do. What I've been seeing from my location is this police presence that my camera's showing you is just been steadily growing. We now have units from Salt Lake PD, Riverton, Harriman, from units down south, obviously units from Orem, Provo, Draper, more and more and more just keep showing up, which just reinforces the thought that the shooter is still at large and they're just making a campus-wide sweep. People that I've talked to, some of the witnesses say that before the shooting happened, the crowd was just very joyful. They were real happy. They were really enjoying their time there. They were excited to hear from Charlie Kirk and what he had to say. One gentleman was in the question line, and he said they were asking each other questions in line to figure out, how to ask the best question. And he said it was just a good sense of camaraderie there. And then his point was that the shooter simply took away the ability to have discourse, to have discussion about the events that's in our nation right now. And so he's really upset that that's the end result to this, is that now we can't discuss. And the unfortunate turn of it. I couldn't even begin to speculate on that. The people that I talked to said that they did see someone in handcuffs. They mentioned that they had seen him at other events before, but they couldn't say why he was in handcuffs. But as for the shooter or any other persons of interest, I have not heard or seen any activity from this location. Jesus. Okay. Hi.
Hi, I'm just here to get my sister who's here. Is there a crosswalk like down that way where I can go across to get her?
In all honesty, I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. Neither do I.
There's an officer, you can see his truck there,
Yeah.
some sort of officer. He may be able to help. There's motor cops over here.
Yeah.
I have seen people being escorted across.
Yeah, it's just also across there.
You just have to
I'll
get their
ask.
attention.
Yeah. Okay.
So, good
Thank
luck.
you.